Good morning, people of God. How are you this morning? I pray that you're all well by God's grace. What a blessing it is to be alive this morning, to be at peace, to be joyful. We thank God for his joy and for his peace in our lives. Today's word of the day will be taken from the book of 2 Kings chapter 5. Today we'll be looking at the story of Naaman. This is a great man. He's a great commander. We'll just summarize the story for us. So we just read the whole of chapter 5. This is a great commander of the army of Aram. So now Naaman was sick. He had a sickness called leprosy, and there was no one to heal it. But along the way, while he was sick like that, luckily enough for him, while the soldiers, while the raiders from the band of Aram were going around, they captured a female slave, and Naaman decided to keep the slave for himself. And luckily enough, I believe he was a great man. He was a good man, because how can just an ordinary slave tell the master that I know someone who can heal you? So it means that definitely there was some sort of relationship. There was some sort of love and understanding in his home. So this female slave told the wife that, you know what, I know of a place where there's a man of God who can heal our master. So if he believes and if he wants to, he can go and try the place. And Naaman, being a nice man and to show that he respects people regardless of their status, of where they're coming from, he could have said, how can a slave tell me what to do? How can a slave talk to me about my sicknesses? Because we have a lot of people who are like that. They look down on their helpers, they look down on the slaves and all of that. But Naaman was a different kind of man. Immediately he heard that, he went and told his king that, you know what, I heard that in the land of Israel, there's a prophet that will be able to heal me. Please write me a letter so that I can quickly go there. And indeed, the king loved Naaman so much because he was a great warrior. He has won so many wars for his country, for Assyria. And then the king wrote the letter. But Naaman, when he got to Israel, he actually went to the king of Israel and gave him the letter. And the king got shocked. Like, how can I, as a king, be able to heal you? I'm not a healer. I'm not God. I can't even kill someone and bring them to life. So talk less of healing you from leprosy. Remember back then, leprosy was a very big thingy, and you get rejected for it and all of that. There were no lot of people who could even heal it. Okay, cut a long story short. The prophet Elisha heard of this when he was in Samaria, and then he sent his servant to go and call this Naaman to come to his house, that he's the one that can heal him, that his God can heal him. And indeed, Naaman quickly hurried there. But what happens when Naaman gets there is that he did not meet the prophet by himself. Instead, the prophet sent his servant to go and speak to Naaman and say, you know what, go to River Jordan and go and dip yourself 7 times into the river, and then you'll be healed. And Naaman was not pleased with that, because he had expectations. That's one of the things that limits us, that makes us not to be obedient, because of already we think we understand what obedience should look like, or what we ought to be obedient to. It's the same thing that happened with Naaman. He was like, but I'm expecting to talk to the prophet. I'm not just an ordinary man. I want the prophet to see me and tell me that I can heal you, or touch me, or put a balm on me or something. He had expectations, but instead he was met with something else. And then he looked down on River Jordan. He was like, oh, where I'm coming from in Assyria, they have better rivers than these ones in Israel. Why would I want to go and dip myself there? He was not happy with the whole situation. Things did not go in as expected. Maybe expected to get welcomed with warm hands and all of that, but it didn't go as planned. But then Naaman decided, you know what, let me just go back to my country. I'd rather go and dip myself in those rivers instead of River Jordan. He wanted to be disobedient. But one thing I love about Naaman, I love his character. One of his servants spoke to him again, one of his slaves, and told him that, Master, why will you refuse something so easy as if it was something difficult? Why don't you just go and dip yourself in that river? Then Naaman thought about it, like, it won't kill me going to dip myself there. Let me just go. And then he went to River Jordan. Remember, River Jordan was small. It's not the biggest river. It was very tiny. It's not a popular river like that, though Jesus was baptized there. Then Naaman went, and then he dipped himself. As he was dipping himself in and out, his skin was getting healed. So what are we teaching this morning? We are teaching obedience. we are teaching obedience. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not despise small things that they tell you to be obedient to. Sometimes it might be nobody that tells you that God says this and this and that. Do not despise that person and say, no, you're not the biggest prophet, or you're not the biggest man of God. Why will I listen to you? And then also look at what Naaman did. He looked down at this river and said, out of all rivers, River Jordan can heal me. I don't think so. I know better rivers than this. But then obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is very important. Naaman would have missed his healing time. He would have missed his healing had it been he was not obedient to the man of God, to the servant of God. But then instead, he listened to his servant and he followed. He obeyed what they said he should do. So this morning, I just want to encourage all of us and tell us the importance of obedience. Sometimes it might not look the look. Sometimes what they are saying we should be obedient to might not seem like the right thing. But in obedience, it's good, Bazalwane. Let us be obedient. Let us be obedient. One thing that God loves more than everything, he loves someone that is obedient. We can see it with Abraham. We can see it with Noah. God told them things that did not make sense. How can you tell me that I'm going to be the father of many nations when I have no child? But still Noah was obedient. Though he messed up along the way, Abraham, he still messed up along the way. Look at Noah. Noah was obedient to God. It didn't seem like it was going to rain. It didn't seem like there was going to be floods anyway. But then the Lord told him that build an ark because there's a storm that is coming. There's going to be a great flood that is going to kill everyone. It didn't look like that. Everybody was still living life as normal. There were no signs. There were nothing. But Noah was obedient enough and he built the ark. So I just wanted to remind us this morning about the power of obedience. It does not matter how beautiful or how ugly or how distrusting or how small the thing that God says you should do. Just do it with faith and just believe in him that, you know what, I know that the God that has sent me this message, I know the God that has given me this instruction, he will never fail me. Let us be obedient children of God. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.